Okay. Well, good morning, Rhinestone Syndicate Academy members. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that each one of you are here with me this morning. Like I said, I'm running on fumes, so I may in a minute turn it over to somebody to kind of lead conversation a little bit and actually go make myself a cup of coffee. So
Yeah, I
that I
have
can
to do the
have
same.
coffee with you guys this morning and wake up and start my day. But what I'll do is, well, no, I won't do that. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. So I'll start real quick. I'm Tanya. I'm Tanya Pruitt Lyons, and I am the owner, I guess, of all things Dazzle. It's the company that I started this year. I actually turned it into an LLC. Um, and so I am just out here just trying to make a name for myself. My goal, my desire, is to have all things Brazzle, excuse me, all things Dazzle be a brand name. Like, it rolls off people's tongue, just like the Rhinestone world or something like
Hmm.
that. I want people to, when they're out there and they're talking about rhinestones, and things that you can do that, all things Dazzle is up there with the Be Createfuls and so forth and so on. That really is
Hmm.
truly, my desire. And please know that I thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. Anytime I see you tag me in a post, whether you tagging me personally or you tag my business or you tag one of my Facebook groups, I am so grateful to you because it tells me that I'm on the right track, right? That I'm doing the right things, that people feel like they can trust me enough to actually recommend me to their friends or to others, as a resource. So thank you. Again, I do truly appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. I've been doing rhinestones. I feel like I'm still a newbie compared to, some folk. I've only been doing this since late 2022. But once I started, I quickly went down that rabbit hole. And like I said, I've just jumped in with both feet and I absolutely love it. There isn't anything that I don't think that you can put rhinestones on that don't make it better. Um, and it's my goal, like I said, to just make all things dazzle, really. Uh, and so I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I love designing. I love teaching. I love just helping folk just on this journey, to become better crafters if I can, and help them to develop their own style, and creativity and such. And so that's really just me in a nutshell. This is who I am. There's no airs. I'm not pretending. Whatever it is I say to you, I'm being quite genuine. It's from my heart. And like I said, those that have been around me for at least the last, two, 2.5 to 3 years, know this about me. And so, like I said, I'm just so thankful that all of you are here because I have enjoyed meeting and making these new connections with folk. I know it's not by accident. God has a purpose and He has a reason for why all of us are here with each other this morning. And so that is me. And so I am going to, like I said, I'm going to turn it over to my good friend here, Miss Lashunda, who's been around with me for a good little while, and let her come on and introduce herself. And I'm going to be listening to you guys in the background, but I'm going to be making my coffee and then I'll be back. Okay?
Alrighty.
All right.
Well, I'm LaShonda Rice. I have known Tanya since 2022. As you all can see, I love crafting from my dream box. I do have a company called LTR Custom Designs, but I'm just taking a break right now because life happens. But I do everything. I don't do embroidery. I do everything but embroidery because I'm not buying a machine. I got enough machines around here. So I started my journey doing rhinestones back in 2022. I don't design. I don't have the patience to design, but I told Tanya I'm gonna give you my effort. I love every like right now I'm working on a pair of shoes now. So so I do everything. I just love it. So I'm just here to support Tanya because she supported me in my journey. She was my designer for a while. We had a contract together where she designed a lot of my stuff, but I'm just here to support her because she is good at what she does. She don't give herself enough credit, but she is good at what she does. So that's me in a nutshell. You on mute.
Forgot about that. Good morning. Good morning. My name is
Good morning.
Denise Tart. Um, in the group. I don't hear the shows. It'll show at Yolanda, but I am an avid crafter. I've been crafting for 35, 36 years. Making like you, I make everything, including embroidery. I do it all. Um, I found Miss Tanya maybe about a few months ago, scrolling on YouTube, and I'm like you. I don't know if I'm taking a break. I'm getting started. I'm ending. I don't know what I'm doing at this point. Life happened. I'm a 2-year breast cancer survivor, and I'm just trying to figure it out. Trying to figure it out, taking it one day at a time. I don't know what I'm doing. I am the owner of Phenomenal Creations LLC. I don't have a website because I don't know how to do that. I have a Facebook page, but I don't post stuff on there because I don't do that either. So I craft, make a little money here and there, but I don't promote myself. So that's my weakness. That's my struggle. I don't promote myself because I'm an introvert, and I've always been an introvert. I'm a friendly introvert because I'm very friendly, but I don't promote myself. And I was just on the call with them on Thursday night, and it was such an amazing call. And when I tell you that those ladies poured into me, they lit fire under me Thursday night. And I'm just grateful for that. I'm grateful. And I'm here to learn. I do rhinestones. And I normally, like you, buy my own designs, but I'm learning now to create my own. So I want to learn more on the creative side. And yeah, I'm here to learn. I'm here to share my knowledge. I don't gatekeep, but I want to grow. And I think it's time
Mm-hmm.
that, life forced me into retirement. So I think God has taken me to a different place and a different level. I haven't figured out what it is yet, but He's freed up my time, and I guess it's more
Right.
for me to focus on my business.
Right.
So that's me in a nutshell, and that's what I'm here to do.
Is
And good
that a
morning.
Making with Marilyn shirt you got on?
Yes, ma'am. Yep, I bought her
Hey,
design.
girl.
Hey, girl.
I love making with Mar. I love Marilyn Hayden.
Me too.
She is one of the most down to earth, just
Sweet lady.
genuine person that you would ever meet. If you're not following her on YouTube, I suggest that you do. She's in a number of crafting groups. She has her own.
Hmm.
Making with Marilyn is her Facebook group. She is also a part of the larger, crafting group called Craftable Things and such. But
Hmm.
on her
Hmm.
own, just on her own accord, she's top notch. She does it
Yep.
all. She
And
she
she's a
does
great
everything.
teacher. She's a
She
Great
really
great
teacher.
teacher.
is. Yes, I have learned a lot from
I love
She's
the
watching
way
her.
she
very
teach
patient,
embroidery.
like Tanya.
Yes.
She's very
Yes.
Mhm.
patient. So
Yes.
me,
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the other
yeah.
hand, I don't have patience.
That girl
Yeah.
wants it and she wants it now. But ain't nothing wrong with that. There's not a thing wrong with that at all. Like I said, you know what you want, right? And as long as you're true to what you know that you want, and you let people know that that's what it is, rather being wishy-washy so people don't
Yeah.
know exactly which side of the fence you on, right? I can get with that, right? Like
Yeah.
I can adapt to whatever it is that, somebody's personal style is. I just need
Hmm.
to know what it is, right?
Right.
Like show me what it is, tell me what it is or whatever, and I'll figure it out. But you
Right.
flipping and flopping and this and that, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna be frustrated. I'm gonna be gone, gone. So anyway, well, thank you so much again, Yolanda, for sharing your story with us. Like I said, it is a journey, but we're on it together. And
You'll
I
get
hope
there.
that, as you continue to be a part of this community, that you will find the courage to, start branching out, and if you want to do it small, right? Like you don't got to go to the big,
Mm-mm.
Facebook and all of that.
Nope.
Start in the community, right? Start within the school. We've got things set up there for you to showcase your work. And like I
Mhm.
said, it does not have to be just rhinestone related, right? Because rhinestones can go on just about anything. And so if
Anything.
embroidery
Yep.
is your thing, right? Get in there and show us what you're doing with your embroidery. Like I said, I'm I'm dabbling in it, right? I'm
And
trying to
that
figure it
shocked
out.
me. That shocked me because I was
Um,
like, okay.
yeah, I mean, well, I spent $3,500 on this machine,
I
and so,
know.
it's sitting over here just
Embroidery is
collecting
really
dust.
fun. It is
You
fun.
know,
It is really fun. Let me show y'all this patch I made yesterday.
I don't know. It's like I don't want to learn, not one,
Oh,
no other
cute.
Yeah,
software.
I
good
made, and
morning, Kim,
I
and good
created
morning.
this patch from scratch.
Oh,
Okay,
wait a minute, put that back up. Put that
I
back up.
know.
Cute.
After a
You
double
gotta speak,
applique.
but remember, you gotta speak in order for the camera to focus in on you. So while you're holding it up, just tell us again what it is.
Okay, it's a double applique patch, and I've used glitter, HTV glitter vinyl on it. I was testing it out for sequin, but sequin is expensive, and I didn't want to waste mine. So
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
I created it in Brilliance, which is what I use, and I like it. So I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna make another one and put it on something. I don't know, but yeah, that was my. And I made a bling shirt yesterday also.
That is great, and I'm hoping that see these are some of the things, and I've talked to some folk about this already. Like in my Facebook group, the Rhinestone Syndicate Academy, it's morphed from several names of whatever. But one of the things that I'm learning and what I'm seeing is, like I said, is that again, we have so many talented people, and folk have this talent. Either one, they don't want to start their own Facebook group or for whatever reasons and what have you. And that's okay. And that's fine. Right. Or they're in other groups, but the other groups are so cliquish, that they don't want to allow you to be able
There
to
it
show
is.
your creativity in the group
That
for the
part.
fear,
Hmm.
that somebody might gravitate to you and turn
Exactly.
away from them and
That
such.
is so true. That is so
And so
true.
that was one of the reasons why I wanted to create a space where people could come on freely and show exactly what it is that they're doing. And so again, another one of the things that I want to be able to do is to create this creator syndicate hub. And it would be a
Hmm.
place for people like yourself, Yolanda, like I said, that do embroidery, or anybody who may do GTF or sublimation or resin or whatever craft it is that they do, and they feel like they have an expertise in that they might would want to be able to have a platform and teach people how to do this craft, right? And the idea is not that you necessarily come on and you do it at no charge, right? Because I understand that time is valuable. But and people will pay for information if it is
Hmm.
good information that they can learn
Hmm.
from and then use it to be able
Mhm.
to move forward with whatever they're doing. So it could be paid
Mhm.
classes and such. And so I want to
Mhm.
create this hub where you guys can come on and promote within the group that you're going to be doing, these types of trainings and such. And I'm willing to offer my Zoom platform to you if you don't currently have one, if you need that, so that we can, like I said, create this space that allows people to either, like I said, again, grow in their creativity or be able to make passive income while hopefully also doing the same, for ourselves.
Right.
So if anybody, like I said, if anybody is interested in doing that, please reach out to me. Let me know. I already have a few people, that have said that they would be interested in doing that, and so I could see this being one of these places that it will be like nothing that's currently on Facebook right now, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
It definitely will be a place where it's not just geared for the person who developed the group to make money, right? And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that platform, right? There really isn't. But I just believe that God is showing me that if we work together, we can build something that is so humongous and monstrous and large that we all will be able to reap the blessings that He is getting ready to pour into each of us. And so, like I said, just give it some thought. It's going to take a while for it to get there, I know, but little by little, step by step, I think that it can be something that would be really helpful and really good for a lot of people. So
Yeah,
I didn't mean to jump in while we guys were doing our introductions this
that's
morning.
okay.
So
That's okay.
we've
I'm
got
interested.
Miss Kylie over there. Let's go ahead and give you an opportunity to tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're here with us this morning.
Yes, okay. Yeah, as I said, I'm from Australia, obviously. Um, it's 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. here in
Mm,
Australia on a Saturday night. Um, so basically, I came across it on Facebook. We breed horses. So we have a ranch here in Australia. We breed horses and we compete. We travel to the US probably once every second year to big competitions over in the US, and I've seen the rhinestone jackets and all the bling on everything in the horse world and love it. So yeah, basically I want to bring a bit of that to Australia. So I thought I found this group and I thought the best people to learn from are you people. And yeah, so I'm at the very beginning of the journey and hopefully, yeah, we'll learn a lot from some knowledgeable women here.
So funny to me. Like I said, again, this world is so large, but it really is so very, very small.
right.
And for you to share with us this, because my new good friend, Miss Kim, is on again with us this morning, and she does something very similar, but she just does it in the dog world. And so, hey, Kim, can you come on and share
Ah.
with us a little bit?
Hey, good morning. Kylie, I wanted to ask what kind of horses, what breed, and what kind of competitions?
Arabian horses.
Okay.
So we go over, we travel to Scottsdale mostly.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
in the US, they've got the biggest Arabian horse show in the world.
Yeah.
Um, so we do have also some quarter horses and some stock horses that we breed.
Okay.
And we breed dogs as well. So we've got four. I hope you can't hear them barking in the background. Four Aussie Shepherds. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so that's
Gotcha.
our
Do you know Trevor Gerard Miller? He's in the
oh,
Arabian world. He's a
my partner is a international horse judge and has judged, in all over the world. So uh, she might.
and yeah,
I yeah.
he's a judge as well. So yeah,
Okay.
maybe. Yeah.
Ah, yeah, quite possibly.
Gotcha. Okay, that's really cool. Okay, so it is early over here on the West Coast, right, Teresa?
Uh,
I am in Vancouver, Washington, which is by Portland, Oregon. And I just got so I'm into showing Dobermans. That's my breed. And last year at the Doberman National in Wichita Falls, Texas, we saw some vendors and they were doing a bunch of bling. And so we were like, oh, we need to do some bling. And so here we are. I literally have been in it just a couple of months. I'm so grateful to have found this group with Tanya because it sounds to me like I've somehow stumbled into a great group of women who, like you said, don't gatekeep all of that stuff, and I'm grateful for that. Um, and so our niche is going to be dogs and dog shows. And they also have my business partner has an embroidery business, and so we're gonna incorporate embroidery and bling, and yeah. So that's what we're doing. Oh, and Tanya, oh my gosh. Okay, so I want to learn how to do portraits, dog portraits. for people. And I watched the 3 hour, you guys had a live with what's his name in Nigeria?
Movie.
Yeah. Okay, I literally watched that whole entire video for 3 hours.
Yep.
And
Absolutely
you,
amazing.
oh my gosh, you grab this one and this one and this one and this one, and oh my gosh, so funny. Um, and I've even been in touch with him to see if he'll like give me a lesson.
Oh,
Uh,
most definitely he will.
yeah.
Ovi is a teacher. Ovi is a teacher by trade. And
Okay. Oh,
so
okay.
he is very patient. He is like he has the best heart. I mean, I know that, sometimes again, the dialect can be a little bit, hard to
Yes.
understand and such, but just like, again, he is good. He really knows what
Yeah.
he's doing in silhouette as far as, I mean, he knows it all, but making portraits, yeah,
Uh-huh. That's
he got that down pat.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I loved it was so funny because he kept calling the eyebrows eyelashes. And at first I was like, what? He has to do the eyelashes? And then I was like, oh, he just keeps calling the eyebrows eyelashes. That was funny. Um, so yeah, I want to do some portraits of people's dogs, like customs. And so, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I think that's all. So it's great to meet everybody. It's great to be here. And I just appreciate everybody and I'm grateful for everybody.
We are grateful for you as well, Miss Kim.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
Yeah,
So
thanks.
good morning, Miss Amanda. Amanda, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm sorry I missed your call this morning. I was in the shower.
No worries. I just wanted to make sure you were awake. That's all. Because I was
Thank you for che-
barely,
Thank you for checking on me.
barely.
I had a late night well, I had a late morning this morning and early morning this morning. So
I get it. I get it. I went to bed late also, playing around with silhouette.
mm,
I think it was like 2 o'clock when I finally said I gotta go to bed.
yeah, this is my new friend right here. Like I said, we've only met just maybe about 2 months ago.
I think
Um,
time's
two,
getting.
no more than three. I think it's only really been two, to be honest with you. But like I said, we have just forged this connection. And that's why I know, like I said, that God is putting good people in my life, and I'm on the path that I'm supposed to be on. And such. And like I said, Amanda over here has just like if I thought I went down the rabbit hole, right? Like I think Amanda is further down the rabbit hole than I am. Yes, yes. But she is absolutely amazing. I'm just watching her journey, and she's getting that she's figuring out how to make silhouette work for her, and her designs are absolutely wonderful. So again, I'm gonna give her an opportunity to tell you a little bit about herself and her journey. So take it away, Miss Amanda.
Hey, hey, hey. Where's my hey girl? I like that shirt. I've been
I know that
eyeballing
is so
that.
cute.
I have been eyeballing that design.
Good morning.
Making
Good
with
morning. I'm
Marilyn.
here. I'm just making breakfast, so I'm on
Oh,
mute, but
you're
I'm with
fine.
y'all. I hear
Well,
y'all.
all
Y'all
That's
in my
right.
ear.
really cute.
Thank
Yep,
you.
that's
I love it.
making with Marilyn. Making
Making
with
with Marilyn
Marilyn.
on Etsy. Yep.
I keep saying, hey girl.
Hey girl. Hey girl. Hey.
Yeah, her Etsy shop is Marilyn's Merc, MERC.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. I think I follow her. Anybody else on here? Etsy shop. I need a bow, so I need to find a bow.
You can make a bow.
Well, I did, but I don't like. That's what I was working on last night. A bow. Got
Look at Angel
frustrated.
B Design. She might have a bow on her website.
Okay,
No,
let me do that. Because somebody
Yeah.
wants a cheer mom, and I came up. I want to do instead of the O, put a bow in the middle with a heart in the middle.
mhm.
Oh, okay, that'd be cute.
So I'm
Yeah.
trying to.
There are several good, like you would y'all know me. Like I said, I told y'all once before, like I have no problem supporting other rhinestone designers. I will go out and buy somebody else's design in a minute, a hot minute, right? If it's gonna
Me too,
save
because
me
I'm
time,
lazy.
exactly. If it's gonna save me time, then and I can use a piece or a portion of it for whatever it
Yeah.
is
Yep.
that I might want to do, then I do it.
Yeah.
So definitely, again, go out there and search, but also to help you to hone in your skills. on designing for yourself.
Mhm.
Go look out on Google and, just search for, some good black and white line art design, and see if there's something that gives you that one that looks like an O shape per se, and bring that in and try to incorporate that in the design that you're working on or whatever. But yeah, like I said, do both. Like I said, maybe patron someone, right? Just because it's just a good feeling to know that you've supported another crafter like yourself out
Right.
there. But then also go out and see if you can do it for yourself. And so, but I was gonna say too. I was thinking, what's the other one, Lashonda? The other, uh, I know her name starts with a C. And she's in the she's also
Crafting with Delonda.
no. Her first name starts with a C, like Colette or Jesus.
I'm trying to figure out who else I follow. Patrice, Eve,
No. It's not
Reckoning
Patrice.
Early, Delonda,
No,
Katrina Creations, and
no.
Dangerous Coletta.
Colette
Something like
Dangerfield.
that. Yeah, something like that. Dangerfield or
Yes,
something.
Yeah, yeah.
Coretta.
Yeah,
Very
Coretta.
Coretta.
That's
famous.
it.
Yes,
Coretta.
She has
yes,
I've seen her on YouTube.
Yeah,
yes.
she's got a YouTube channel, and she also has a lot of designs on
Yeah.
Facebook. I mean, excuse me, on Etsy, and she might be another one that you can look up. And then another one of my favorite designers. Although I don't know, sometimes I don't know what's going on with Big Art designers.
Oh
Sometimes
yeah.
her stuff's on Etsy, and then sometimes it's gone.
I go
So
to her website.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
go to her
she
website.
also has a group, and I'll go ahead and share this, guys, with you. If you I think it's Big Art Designer is
It is.
the name of her Facebook group, but she has a group on Facebook. And if you join her her group on Facebook, every now and again, I don't know if she does it every month, but every now and
It's
again, she'll put out a free design.
free design. And you gotta have a
And
password.
her designs are phenomenal. Like
Yes.
if you start buying your designs from her, you will never have an issue. Your designs will
Never.
cut perfect every single time. Her placement is top notch. I
Yep.
believe she's out of Spain. So again, she's not here from the US, but she's good. She's
What's
very
her name
good.
again?
It's B,
Beach
like the letter B, Gart, Gart. And then I think it's designer with an R
designer.
on the end.
Yes.
B
Okay.
Gart designer.
Yep.
I get a lot of my designs from TRW. I
How you
never
paying
have
for them
trouble
overpriced
cutting
designs?
any
No,
of
let me
their
just
Girl,
stuff.
I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
but
Woo.
see, I get $60 in free credits a month, so that's how I get mine.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. I
Okay.
shouldn't, and shame on me. I shouldn't have said that. I only said that because, like I said, I'm so hurt.
You
I'm so
sold it.
hurt
It's the truth.
that Todd, not that Todd,
But Matt left.
that Matt
Yeah,
left, because Matt was so good to
He
us,
was.
right?
He
Like Matt
was.
would
He was.
offer, these 80% off.
Mm-hmm.
for real. I was getting full packs for $50
Yep.
back when
And
he
don't,
was there.
yeah.
And he
And I
always
got a
offered a free
ton.
silhouette.
Yeah. You won one in one of his lives?
No, I
Yeah.
never won one, but he would always give away a silhouette or
Oh
two
yeah.
or three. Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
won
Yep.
4 of them that I still have in the boxes, so that's why I'm here to figure out
Wow,
how to
not
work these
you.
things.
No.
Yes.
No. We've got to get those things out of the box. But I guess that's a great segue. Were you done, Amanda? Because I think I might have cut you off.
I really, I'm still trying to wake up.
Okay, so you're gonna
I
you,
was
you're gonna you, you're gonna yield and maybe let Russeline come on and talk for a
um
little bit, and you'll come
oh,
back.
can I say something to Amanda?
Sure.
Sure.
What about the reaching out to the gal? I call her Two Cams. She owns Two Cams machines, and she was on last week. She does all the
Dinah.
cheer bows.
Dinah.
Yes, Dinah.
Dinah. Yeah. I mean, she could probably help you too.
Okie dokie.
Oh, that's a good. See. This is so important, right? Because
Mhm.
I remember Dinah, right? Like I said, but my and I knew she did the bow. Like I said, when I know she does, that's how she told us she started or whatever, right? But it just didn't like click to me in that particular moment. But this is why this is good, right? Because we have so many people in here who are willing to, like I said, Kim remembered and she said, "Hey, Amanda, guess what? You could go, maybe go talk to Dinah and such." So I love it. I'm just loving the synergy that you ladies are giving out. I'm just loving it. But yes, that is another resource. But again, like I said, yeah, do that. I want to see, I want to see it. I want to see what you do. But and of course, if you ever need any help, I'm always here. But yeah, try it for yourself. See if you can do it. Because I seen you've been practicing, doing the knockout type of designing, where you have something that's coming out of the design itself, and this bow, lends to that type of, that type of design. So keep working. Got to work them skills, honey.
Oh yeah.
Got to work them skills.
Yes, ma'am. I got a call. I'll be right.
Okay. Well, come on then, Russeline. Keep talking.
I'm running kids around to the ballpark today.
Oh, you're running kids.
I'm wrestling. Yeah, my summer has already started. We start the middle of March, and it's baseball, baseball, baseball. So yeah, 5 nights a week and Saturdays. So Sunday's usually my day off. But
Wow.
I started this a couple of years ago with a friend of mine. She was my ex-cousin-in-law. We were like, okay, we're going to start a t-shirt shop. I got all the equipment, everything we needed, and an office. And 2 weeks later, she quit on me. Well, I own a cleaning company, so I have to put my effort towards my kids and my business. So this kind of got put on the back burner. And then in June of last year, no, in February of last year, I started watching Matt. And that's when I really got serious about bling. I love bling. I will bling anything you want. I don't do the flatbacks. I don't have time for
I'm
that.
doing now.
My nerves could not do that. When
I
I sit there and
love the
brush in
flat back.
stones, when I sit and brush in stones, though, it's so relaxing. It's like my wind down time. I have every baseball shirt that I ever could imagine. And everybody's always like, where did you get that? And I'm like, I made it. So I love just to be able to say that. In December, I started getting serious about orders and did some cheer orders and did some heat transfer vinyl and some sublimation for a couple of other businesses. So I have everything at my fingertips. I just have to get in and start using it more often. Um, I love this group so much because everybody chats and tells everybody what they know. And everybody I've ran into up until now says, "Oh, I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm not a gatekeeper." And then, bam, "Oh, you got to
They
pay me
keep
for this."
exactly.
I'm paying for enough stuff. I have 6 kids. Like, I do not have time to be paying all these fees for all these classes. But I got in with the TRW when they first did the launch for the new Wizard. So I get $29.99 in credits from them. And I do their Hall of Fame because Pilar, there's nobody like Pilar that can teach the TRW. There's a couple of other people out here that teach some of it, but they don't teach all of it. And I need to know what all those little buttons are in there for because they're in there for some reason.
Mm.
So Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm locked in on her classes, and I've just learned so much in the last few months. The reason that I like this group is because TRW and Corel are not always um, workable. They have my Corel crashes all the time. I need to have a backup plan. And I won 4 of the cameos for Matt. So I need to get those things in use. They're just sitting in boxes. I pulled one out yesterday and I was like, I'm going to plug this thing in and figure it out. So
Wow.
that's kind of my story. And I'm just pedaling along right with you guys. I do got a lot of stuff to show. I will do that once I have some time. Right now, I'm taking care of my mom full time. She had back surgery. So that's kind of put a damper on me moving forward. But I'm getting my space back together, and hopefully by Monday, my space will be back together and I will be back working.
Sounds absolutely wonderful, Russeline. And, like I said, I just, so glad that you decided to hang out with us. And I know that, again, you've got a lot of stuff going on. And, I know that sometimes some of our things will conflict. But I just want you to know that I appreciate that you still find time to come and be a part of what we're building over here as well. And hopefully we'll be able to support you in that and help you to get them 4 machines out of the box. At least can we just get one? Can we just get one out the box, right?
We're
Let's
going to
do
get
one.
one out the box by Monday, I promise.
And and really, Silhouette, the Cameo, machines are really easy. I mean, they're just plug and play, right? Like just they it's very, very, very simple. I mean, just right along with the Cricut, you plug it in, you load the mat. It auto just you don't even have to figure out what your pressure is or whatever. If you're using the auto blade, which is good, you just tell it what medium you're using, and off it goes. So I guarantee you, within 30 minutes, you can be up and running. With Silhouette. Now, I will say, if you don't have the business edition of it,
I do.
bringing in other designs that you may have gotten from other places will be a challenge, because the free version of Silhouette is like design space for Cricut, right? Like you can do this, you can do your stuff in their software and send it to their machine for cutting. But in order for you to bring in external designs and such, you have to upgrade to the business edition to be able to do that. But again, for those of you who may not, have the upgraded versions of Silhouette, it's a minor investment. If you purchase your upgrade keys from swingdesign.com, they're cheaper than buying them on the Silhouette's website. And I guarantee you, I wished I had known this when I first started. Like, I got my
Me too.
upgrade through Silhouette, and then I learned about Swing Design. But even the $99 that I paid to upgrade my software, it has been the best $99 that I have ever spent in my entire life. I have made that $99 back tenfold.
Over. Yeah.
Yes. And so, again, and it's a lot smaller entry point, if you do get it from swingdesign.com, right? Like at most their upgrade cost has been like $49.99. I've even seen it as low as $39.99. So you just have to keep checking with them. But even at the $50 range, right? Like $50 to invest in a software that can allow you to create designs that you can then sell or do. I mean, it's a no-brainer. It really is a no-brainer. And like I said, just to have the benefits of the upgraded access to the software for you to do other things in the software. I mean, I'm using my Silhouette software to create SVG designs that I then bring into my 3D printer and making 3D prints of things and so forth and so on. So it's not just, like to TRW Corel Draw, it's not just for rhinestones. There's so much more
Right.
that you can do with the software. So don't
I
be afraid to
started
make that investment.
I started with the
Yeah.
business edition before I
Mm-hmm.
even moved to TRW. And it's just so much more secure. Like, I don't ever have to worry about it going down. It's always there. I still transfer everything over to a Cricut. That's why I've got to get all these other machines out of the box.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will tell you, I'll share with you one of the things that I've seen in several of the in the Silhouette groups and such is that, Silhouette, just like any other software program, right? Like when you run things off of their servers and so forth and so on, you're always going to be subject to whatever happens on their end, right? And so a while back, last year, people were having issues with the library. Like, so there's a feature in Silhouette Studio that allows you to save the designs. You can save your designs to your hard drive on your computer, laptop, whatever, or you can save them in the library. But if you save them in the library is their servers, like you're storing your designs on their servers. So if their servers go down or something happens, you could potentially lose all of your work or not have access to it when you need it. And so I will say that I don't store anything in the library. Everything I do, I store either on my hard drive or I purchased an external hard drive because
Me
those
too.
files can get very large.
Yep, me
And
too.
take up a lot of your space. So, just to keep and it reminds me a lot of Cricut Design Space, right? Like anything you design in Cricut Design Space, they hold
yours.
hostage.
Yep,
Okay.
not yours.
You can get your design out of Cricut, out of Design Space, but you created it as an SVG. You can only retrieve it as a PNG.
PNG, exactly.
Okay. And so you cannot then you have to do the converting and all of that in order to be able to use your design in some other software program and such. And so that's another reason why I stopped using. I mean, I still use it, but it's one of the reasons why I don't use Design Space as often as I used to, because I want to have control over the designs that I create. They are my designs, right? Yes, I did use the software to make it, but I want to be able to have control over what I can do with my design. And so, as much as I do love Design Space, I do all of my stuff in Silhouette because it gives me the flexibility with the business edition upgrade to be able to do that. So that's one of the reasons why, I suggest that, people, make that investment because it is just a much more robust software program for a very low entry point to get all that you can get for $50.
Miss Tanya, have you ever used Silhouette on your iPad? Silhouette Go?
No, because my iPads are old and outdated and
Oh,
such,
okay.
and so I have not. But tell us about it. Do you?
I've used it from time to time, not too much, but you can definitely create in there. You can definitely create on the go. And another thing I like about Silhouette is you don't need internet access to use it. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a great thing. Yeah, with Silhouette, you don't need to be on the internet like Cricket. No shade.
Exactly. Yeah. It's you can access it anytime, anywhere. And so you're right. Yeah. Because when I travel sometimes, and I feel like, oh, I'm supposed to be on vacation, but that's only sometimes the time when you find that you can actually work on something, right? I did that when I visited my son in Arizona last year. We just sat out there on the little porch, and I brought my laptop out there, and I was working on some, catching up on some designs and such. And like I said, yeah, it was great to be able to do that because I didn't have access to Wi-Fi where we were at. And I would have been so disappointed if I had lugged my laptop all the way to Arizona and couldn't work. So yeah, that is great. Anyone else got some tips or something they want to share that they've learned along
I
the
wanted
way?
to piggyback on what I think Russeline said about people always talking about I don't gatekeep, I don't gatekeep, I don't gatekeep, and then the next thing you know, they want you to pay for their stuff. I 110% agree with her.
Mm-hmm.
That's that first thing. Well, we don't gatekeep over here, and then the next thing you know, you got to pay for this course, that course. Knowledge is not free. Okay, but we all learned it here on
I fell down
YouTube.
that rabbit hole too. But I'm done. The FAFO, I'm good.
What do you mean? Because I see it all the time, and I'm slow. What's that? What's FAFO?
Girl, I can't say it on here. It's recorded.
We can't say it on camera?
No.
Okay, well, message
F
me and tell me what that means.
And find out. Or fear of missing out. So it's like I always say, okay, I gotta get this course, and half the time don't even finish the courses, but spend all this money on these courses, and then I got another course. It's like it was a never ending rabbit hole of spending money, but you're not gatekeeping.
Right.
So
spending money and learning nothing.
Because you're fear of missing out. So it's like, I got to get it. If I don't get it, I'm going to miss out. So I'm really glad I got off that hamster wheel.
Yeah.
Because you will go down that path of just giving money away and learning nothing.
But if you search YouTube long enough, you'll find it for free.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
pay for YouTube, so I think that's enough right there.
I love YouTube Premium because I hate the ads. I
Me
pay for
too.
YouTube Premium. I can't stand when I'm learning something and an ad pops up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, it's what YouTube Premium, right? It's $13.99 a month.
Yes.
And the good
And
thing
it
No, it's
about
works
going
for
that,
up.
me.
I think it's going up tomorrow.
Well, I have the Google package, so I'm grandfather in because I have Google One. I have all things Google. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
mm,
because I need storage space. I have too many videos and pictures and stuff. So
Mm.
I think I'm getting ready to have to go down that road too. I mean, I've already upgraded one of my email accounts, and I'm already almost full with that. And as I'm building out this school and I'm putting some things in my Google Drive
your Google
there, I'm
Drive, you're gonna have
already
to
starting
upgrade.
to
Yep.
run out of space there. And I'm like, oh, it looks like I'm going to have to upgrade again,
Yes.
and
Get
such.
on
And
Google
so,
One.
Google One.
Yep.
All right, I'll go research that today,
Mm-hmm.
and such. And I mentioned that to say, and I'm glad you actually, you said that, Lashunda, about, these paid portals and such, right? Like, I mean, at some point, you
You're gonna
know,
have to go pay,
I'm
pay eventually.
probably gonna
Yes.
introduce some paid tiers at some
Mm-hmm.
point, but and I don't know that you and I have talked about it. I may have mentioned it at some point, in our talkings or whatever, because I've been on this kind of, what do I want to do, going forward, right? And the one thing that I say to everyone whenever I talk about this is that if I'm going to charge somebody for something, I want them to feel like there is value in what they're paying
Exactly.
me, right?
Exactly.
And if I can't provide the value, then I would feel very funny about asking somebody to pay me, because there are times when, I get busy and, I'm working on projects and such that I might not be, one person can only do
Right.
so many
So
things,
much.
right?
Yes.
And so I don't necessarily want anybody to feel like, oh, I'm paying, like, we're just going to arbitrarily throw out a number because I know most of us have seen these, right? You pay $97 a month, or you pay $147 or whatever, a month, to be a part of this thing. And at the end of the month, you look back and you go like, I don't know that I actually got like my $97 or $147 value of what I paid for, right? And so, I'm just really sitting back and I'm trying to figure out again how many people really, really, really want this
Exactly.
experience, right? And then how do I solve a problem, right? Because that's what anybody will ever will tell you, is that when you solve a problem for someone, then that's how you create the buy-in, right? Because if you're not solving a problem for me, then why am I here with you, right? Like that's just a waste of my time.
Yep.
And that equates to being, like I said, a waste of money, right? Like if you're so I want whatever it is that I do, to be of value. And it definitely is not going to be anything that's going to um be expensive per se, right? Just because, like I said, I don't know. As a consumer, I know how I think, and sometimes that probably hurts me as a business person, right? But I got to be real about it. And I got
Mm-hmm.
to think like, if I have these reservations for me, I know other people probably have these same reservations, and I want to be mindful of that, right?
Right.
And I want to make it such that, again, if once I do introduce some paid tiers or whatever, and there's value in that to you, and if you decide to go, to upgrade, right, that you feel good about,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is that you're paying, right? Like you don't have these reservations. You're not coming back going, yeah, I done went down another rabbit hole with Tanya, and I'm giving her so much money a month, and she promised all this stuff, and she didn't deliver. I don't want that, because at the end of the day, that hurts me and my reputation and what I actually have told you
Exactly.
guys that I'm all about, right? So I got to be true to what it is that I tell you from the very beginning, and follow that all the way through. So, like I said, I'm still working on it. I definitely wanted to, I'm thinking about it as my journey and the things that I would have liked to have had, and had access to, and that would have helped me, be better at what it is that I do, or and such. And so I want to kind of bring that to you guys. So for right now, yeah, I'm happy to show you, what it is that I know, because like Yolanda just said, right? If you search long and hard enough on YouTube, you can find that information out there, right? Readily and freely. It's just that sometimes, sometimes that information is old, right?
Yes.
And software has changed and the platform no longer looks like what you have, and it's hard to follow along. And sometimes people teach, like I said, just enough, without giving you the understanding behind why you're doing what you're doing, right?
Exactly, the why. Yep.
Because what I believe is that when you can look at your designs, when you start designing and you start looking at your designs like a puzzle, and you understand what parts of the puzzle need to be placed in what position, or what needs to go with what, and you understand how to use the software to achieve that, then there isn't anything that you cannot do within the Silhouette software, right? Within the confines of working with rhinestones, right? Because we all understand, we have these confines. Whole size is whole size. We can't change that. It's either going to be SS6 or it's going to be SS10. And you're going to need enough space within the design to be able to do that. But, once you figure that out, like I said, it's going to take your designs to a whole new level. I look back now at the things that I made, almost 4 years ago. And sometimes I have to laugh, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that is so rudimentary.
Yep.
Learned so much since then, and there's so much I could do to this design now, that to clean it up and make it look more professional looking, and so forth and so on, or whatever. But that's the key, right? That's the key, is when you finally find that eye, and you understand that it's not just the software, it's you are creating that final masterpiece, and making it look the way that it needs to look, for your customer, for yourself, or for whomever, and getting to that place where you can find the errors in other designs that you may purchase from other people, and that you actually know how to go in there and you need to modify it and fix it, so that it looks the way that you want it to look. So that's what I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to impart upon people, that they can start looking at their designs in a different way, and start putting them together like puzzle pieces. Because when all of the pieces of the puzzle fit, you've got a masterpiece, right? But when they don't fit, it's off, and you can see that it's off. You can look at it, and tell that there's an issue. So that's part of my goal. Like I said, I'm gonna be putting hopefully a lot of useful information out there. My next course, that I'm going to drop into the school, is going to be on, rhinestone standards. And I'm trying to give you guys, like I said, a beginning basis for understanding what rhinestones are. And, because if you don't understand what they are, if somebody can just tell you anything, and you can be led by the nose because you don't have the information, the knowledge to know otherwise, right? And one of the things that, always cracks me up is when I hear someone say, "Oh yeah, I got rhinestones and they're grade A, or they're grade AA, or they're grade AAA, or they're 6A or 5A." I'm like, I'm like, what the hell is an A? You have to ask yourself, like, what is an A? What grading? I mean, I'm going to talk about this in the course, but I'm going to share this a little bit with you now, right? Like, these are all marketing ploys, right? That the overseas suppliers use in order to make you think that what they have is better than somebody else's, right? If you start researching and you start, going into this stuff, you'll get one that'll tell you that you'll say, well, what grade are your stones? And they go, oh, our stones are 5A. And you go, oh, you say, and your brain thinks because A is the first letter of the alphabet, right? Or because we hear this all the time, that A is supposed to be like it's superior, it's good quality or whatever, right? You fall for that. You go, oh, 5A, wow, that's great. And then you go and you research another one, right? And then they come back and you ask them the same exact question. And they tell you, oh, our grade is 6A. So now you have to question yourself and you start scratching your head and you be like, well, I thought 5A was good. What 6A, there's something it's better than 5A, right? But then you have to go back and you have to ask yourself, but what standard is A? If you don't know what the standard is, then how can you actually judge and determine whether or not somebody's grade is better than somebody else's, right? You can't. You simply you cannot. And so I just want to tell you that there is no standard for rhinestones other than cut and clarity, right? It's just like diamonds, right? Like that diamonds come in different grades, right? You have your H, your I, your F, your G. I mean, all of those things actually mean something. And when you learn what those things mean, then you know exactly what type of stone you're actually getting. So that's what the next course is going to be on, talking to you about, how you can discern and how you can ask the right questions so that when you're making your investment, because rhinestones are a commodity, they are very expensive, whether you're getting Austrian crystals or whether you're getting glass, they still cost. And you want to make sure that, you're getting what you're paying for. And sometimes some people actually tend to pay more for a lesser quality because they were told that this quality was whatever it was and it made them feel like they were getting something that was good, and it turns out that it really wasn't, right? Like you really you really have to be able to compare them by actually seeing them up close and personal, right? Like you have to be able to see the difference between those two, somebody who says theirs is, a zillion, Swarovski uses a zillion rose cut, is what they say that their cut of stone is. And then there's also the Xyris, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, cut of stone. You'll hear terminology like 2088s. You'll hear 2028, right? You need to know what that is so that when you're buying rhinestones, like I said, you know exactly what it is that you're getting. So that's going to be the next course that I'm going to put out there, and I hope that it'll be useful information for you. And like I said, if you guys have questions or whatever, like I said, again, come back out to the school. If you have questions, somebody else has a question, and they just may be afraid to ask. So I just say, let's use the mechanisms that I'm putting in place to help everyone. And let's just, like I said, let's just start feeding those things so that we can, again, if we say we're not going to be gatekeeping, then let's not gatekeep, right? Let's readily get that information out there so that it can help everyone make informed decisions about, where they source their rhinestones from, and just like I said, just to give them some idea of, like I said, just because you got it on Temu and you only paid $3 for it doesn't mean that it was the best and the best way to spend your money. And I ain't got nothing against Temu. I order from Temu too, but I've just been down that road where I've bought things thinking that, they were going to be good, and only to learn that they weren't as good as what I thought because I didn't know any better and I didn't have anything to compare it to. And that's the key, right? Not having anything to compare it to. And then also, like I said, just, the marketing that people do, it's when you understand that, again, I just feel like you can just make better informed decisions about how you invest in this craft. So, oh, so we've been on for an hour this morning. I'm gonna do my very best to try not to hold you ladies all day. and online, because I can talk all day and such, but I know that folk have other things that they need to take care of today and such. But if anybody has anything else that they would love to share, please do so. Like I said, I'm not cutting anybody off. If you guys still want to continue the conversation, we can do so. But I also just want to know and let you know that I am mindful and want to be mindful of your time that you have so graciously, gave up this morning to be here. So with that, like I said, if anybody has anything else they want to talk about, has questions, this is the time to ask. Otherwise, like I said, we can pick this up either not next Thursday, but the following Thursday. We'll have wine down hour again for us to come back and talk about everything that has happened with us this upcoming week. Or we can again meet back Saturday morning and talk about it during coffee hour.
I have a question. Has anyone done rhinestones for like hats?
I've done some rhinestones on hat. I've done some rhinestones on a bandana to create, like a headgear kind of thing for the women who like to wear motorcycles, things, that nature and such. And so, a little bit, not a lot.
What's the best size for hats?
In my opinion, and anybody else that may have done anything, please chime in. The brim. So most of the like I said, I've done some bucket hats and some of the other trucker kind of like caps or whatever. And the heat press, has a certain width to it when you put it on the hat press, excuse me, on your hat press. And I find that, you want to probably stay within no higher than 3 inches in height. And probably no more than 5 inches in width, so that you get your design that's pretty much centered right across the head area of the hat without going too high up into that brim area.
Okay.
So that you don't hit any seams that may be in the construction of the cap, so that everything sits the way that it should. So my best bet, like I said, what I've worked with was about 3 inches in height and about 5 inches in width.
Did you use SS20s or 30s?
Somebody say something?
Did you use SS20s?
20? No, girl, ain't nobody doing no 20.
I mean,
You mean
10s. I mean 10s. I'm talking about 20. I'm doing 20s on my shoe. That's what's in my head.
10s or sixes,
You use
mostly
6s on
tens.
Really?
I've been actually dabbling with doing some more designs in 6s, but let me tell you.
Don't do that to me, girl. Don't do that to me.
Okay, let me share with you though. Let me share with you, right? Like we all know that 6s are the beast, right? Like nobody likes to use 6s because they're so tiny and they're hard to brush. They can be hard to brush in. But what I have found is that so the standard hole size on Silhouette for SS6 is 0.102. If you go in and you create just a little bit more space, like create that hole size to like 0.103 or 0.104, those stones drop in so much better. And they brush in almost like 10s, and so, it definitely really is about hole size in your templates. When that hole size is the right size, those stones will fall in. And you don't have to fight them. And such, and it just makes that it's so much easier. So just try it, right? Like just say, okay, Tanya said make this whole size just a little bit bigger. It doesn't have to be a big design. Make it a hard, do something simple or whatever, and see if that works for you. Because 6s in your designs is a game changer.
I bought your template, the coffee one. I still have not done that because it's SS6.
Which one? I only have
one coffee one. Life is better with coffee.
Life is better with coffee.
Yeah,
girl, that's such a cute design, but I
just haven't done. I cut it out, but I have not brushed it in. And I got the rhinestones from you. I'm like, I'm gonna get there.
Actually, that one I cut that one in the standard hole. So this is because I learned these things as I as I grow, I learn these things, right? So that particular design was made in Silhouette Studio with the standard hole size. And honestly, I kid you not, it brushes in really good.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
just go ahead and do it.
I
You know,
cut
that
it
way you
out. I just
bought it.
haven't done yet. Yeah.
Um, and such. But yeah, and two, also, I find that, changing the hole size for the SS10s, um, I don't agree necessarily with the way or the suggestion that comes from like TRW when Matt was doing designs, or maybe even the way that Pilar may still do designs. They suggest a 0.135 hole size. I think that they suggested that because the rhinestones that they source needed a larger hole size.
Okay.
Because I find that the rhinestones that I was getting from them when I was buying rhinestones from them had a thicker glue base to them, so it made the backside of the stone bigger. But when I use my rhinestones, the rhinestones that I source and sell, that 0.135 hole size is too big. What happens is the rhinestones are going to fall either to the left or the right of the hole. And you want to then have to make sure that, you brushing everything either to the left or the right so that the alignment of the design stays the same. But what I have found is that 0.132 tends to be a really good sweet spot for my rhinestones, and that the brush in tends to all of the stones tend to brush in, and maybe there are only like one or two stones that you actually wind up manually placing or what have you. So think about that, like I said, when you're designing, and if you're not certain on how to change your hole size in Silhouette, it's very easy. Basically, once you can do it two ways, but the one thing that you certainly want to do is, if you want to increase the hole size from Silhouette standard 0.130, you need to make sure that you're also creating enough distance between the hole sizes, so that if you do decide you want to increase the hole size, you still create enough space so that you don't have the overlap in your stones. So this is one of the reasons why, the standard in Silhouette, of course, is the 0.039. I use the 0.020 to get that spacing just a little bit closer. But that spacing then also allows me to be able to go in and increase that hole size a little bit without having the stones overlap. So you don't want to get too close in your distance, because you can get down lower than the 20, right? You can get down to probably about 0.015, and still potentially cut that on your Cricut cutting machines. But if you go that close and then decide that you want to increase the hole size, you're not going to have enough space between the holes when you go to cut, and you can probably wind up tearing your flock. So I say start with that 0.20, and then once you've released your rhinestones, you can go in and highlight the whole design, and then go up to your spacing for your height and your width, and then just change that spacing to that 0.132. All of those hole sizes in the design will increase to that hole size, and you'll see that you still have the proper amount of distance between the holes, and cut your template and see how much better your stones actually brush in. Okay. Because like I said, again, when they brush in like they're supposed to, and it really makes making your templates and your transfers or whatever that much better, so yeah,
Yeah.
that's my tip for the day.
Great tip.
Hey, I have a question. So we
Sure.
were talking about hats earlier. I don't what do you call it? Embroider. I haven't graduated to that yet because they cost money. Nobody's giving one away yet. At least I haven't found. If y'all know somebody, holler at me. But anyway,
Well, it
so
depends on
I've
what you
seen.
want, because Greg Barker's got a Poolin E6. I think he's selling for $895, but I don't think you can do hats on it because it's a single needle machine that's made more like the Brother PE like 700, 400, whatever series. In order to do hats, I think you need like a free arm machine, like a
No,
Racoma
you can
or.
do hats on single needle, but it's a little bit more challenging. But you gotta like flatten it and press it down and
Oh,
pin it and all that.
see,
Yeah,
that's
So
you
why we
could do
got that.
hats on.
See, that's why we got the embroidery extraordinaire on with us this morning to correct me when I misspeak. So thank you. But yeah,
question. I've seen people make little patches and put on hats.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen them make the patches, well, video. I haven't seen them personally, but I've seen videos where they also do it without embroidery. They
Mhm.
use like HTV and glitter and
Yep, you
stuff.
can do that.
Has
Mm-hmm.
anybody done that?
Yes.
Okay. I don't see your name. It says iPhone.
Yolanda.
Yolanda.
What is
But if
it?
you,
What is
Yolanda.
Yolanda?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Because I want to try that, but
Mm-hmm.
I want to, like the videos I've seen, they're moving so fast because it's those little, whatever you call those TikTokish, tiki-taki
Yeah.
type
So what you
videos.
do is you just create your rhinestone design, and when
Yeah,
you press it on felt, and then just cut
felt,
around the felt and put your heat and bond on the back.
heat and bond. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you cut your felt, I'm learning, hey, teachable moment here. So it's felt,
Yep.
and then
Right from Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby. Okay. Hobby
Mm-hmm.
Lobby.
Cut your rhinestone design like you normally would, or your glitter, and when you press it onto the felt, and then you
Okay.
cut around the design on the felt. I've done rhinestones with glitter on felt, both combined the glitter and the rhinestones and put it on the felt. Very
Okay.
pretty.
So the HTV will bond to the felt, and then you put the heat and bond under the felt to put on the the
Yep, on
hat.
the garment. Mm-hmm.
now,
Okay.
when you do that, Yolanda, are you using regular craft felt from from the
Hobby
craft
Lobby.
store?
Yes, ma'am.
So just this like this regular piece of craft.
Why am I surprised that she pulled that out?
Let me see if I
Why
can.
am I surprised? Okay,
Let me
I
see if I can.
digress.
Go
What
ahead.
were you saying?
You know she's got everything over there.
I'm gonna see if I can find
Okay, I'm not gonna go to my good
uh,
times.
the ones I
Anyway,
did with
we
the
won't
felt.
talk about Lene on good times. Y'all probably don't know anything about that, but anyway, let's move on.
And the reason I ask you that, Yolanda, is because I have some thicker felt that I bought, like a 2 mil, I think it's a 2 millimeter felt that I got that I really love. It's thicker, so it's more dense than the regular craft felt, but it stitches out so much better on that thicker felt, in my opinion. I also still have issue with hooping. Um, which is why I'm investing in the magnetic hoops.
Oh,
Um,
when you get those mighty hoops, game changer, game changer.
definite game changer. And I got the now I got a magic hoop, the blue one, but I also found that I cheated because those are some expensive hoops.
Yes, they are. Yes, they
Um,
are.
but the Maggie frame, which is
Same thing.
the alternative, I did find, and I reached out to them and got the other two hoop sizes for my machine because I have a Baby Lock Alliance
Okay.
free arm, and you're right, they are absolute game changers in hooping your stuff.
Yep. So
Yeah.
here is can you guys see it?
It's a rose, right?
Oh,
Yeah, that's a rose. Yep, but it's on glitter HTV, and then the rhinestones are on top. This one is just 2 layers of glitter, and it's on felt, only on felt,
Okay,
see,
and they has the
I
heat and
need
bond
a
on the back.
tutorial. When are you free?
when you watch people's faces over here, because LaShonda's over there, her face is like, oh, Yeah, I think I might have to make me one of those. I mean,
Yeah, it's really
And I got
easy. And this is
everything. I got the felt.
yeah,
I have
this is
everything.
glitter, and I used it to cut the holes like the rhinestone,
See,
That's nice.
and just put it on
Because
some felt.
I'm not buying an embroidery machine, and I like all patches, all things patches, but I refuse to invest.
so many
Get you
people
get
are
you a
out here
single needle
looking for
embroidery machine.
patches, right? People are
girl,
looking for patches.
yes.
And you can
And I
make a
need
patch
to,
out of anything, any type of
And
design. You can make a patch.
you
Yolanda,
know
what's
what's
the
good?
class?
But you know what's
Um,
so good about it? It's see, it's inexpensive. Not, I don't want to say it's inexpensive to do so, but it's a lot less expensive than actually creating an embroidered patch, right? Because embroidery is expensive. Don't stitch it, like I said, thread is expensive,
yes,
stabilizer is
Everything's
expensive,
expensive.
all of
The
that,
machine is expensive.
and the machine is
I
expensive, right?
buy
So you can make
mine
a
from
patch,
people
and you don't
because
need that.
Cute
yeah,
sisterhood.
yeah.
yeah. That's my
So I
And
buy
grandmother.
mine.
you did
I ain't
what?
I
Yep,
buy
that's my
all my
grandmother.
stuff. So
You bought
oh,
your
that's
patches?
nice. Yes.
What? Okay, Yolanda, where's the class?
When Tanya set it up, Miss
Tanya,
Tanya
when's the
set it up.
class?
Okay.
So
I
I
mean,
bought
like I
my
No,
stuff,
better yet, drop my name in. I'm in. I'm in
and
yes.
like
these are all iron on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I don't know if y'all know Miss Melinda from Picture Me Crafting.
no.
I buy
Mm-hmm.
all my stuff from her. I don't have time. I'm not.
I make mine.
See, that's what
So I will support anybody with an embroidery machine because I'm not buying one. Nope.
Yep. Nice. And you,
cute.
any design you can make into a patch. Any design. You just
Mm-hmm.
got to put that satin border around it.
Yep.
And then Brilliance has a one of their levels is called patch artist. You create your design and embroidery, and then you hit that button, and it'll put the patch
And
border right
stitch
around
around
Okay.
it.
it. Yeah, I have I use Sierra Hot Fix Era. I use well, I use Sierra Hot Fix Era for for rhinestone designs, but I bought the package because they're also an embroidery design thing too. So Stitch Liberty, I think, is the name of the software
Mm-hmm.
for that. So I've been dabbling in. I actually made myself. I've actually made several patches. I actually have digitized some stuff. That I made, that I again created in Silhouette Studio, create the SVG, brought it over into Stitch Liberty, and then had the software auto digitize it and such and stitched it out. And so yeah, but this whole idea of what you just said about
Yeah.
using felt, because I got umpteen pieces of felt
Yep.
over
You can
here.
go and
I
actually
kid you
to
not. And and I'm just thinking about like how quick to be, like I said, to make a rhinestone patch, you know, that and it would be nothing. Like it's nothing. And we
yep.
got Cricut machines, they cut that felt right out, right
Mm-hmm.
to exact size so that they have
Mm-hmm.
the perfect finish on them or what have you. Yeah, another side stream revenue for something that doesn't require a lot and doesn't cost a whole lot to make.
Yep.
Um, Now let me ask
This
you a question though, Yolanda.
yeah, sure.
What do you make them to sell, or are you just making them for yourself?
I was just learning how to make them. Like I was saying this morning to I don't forget her name in the group. That's one of my weaknesses, like pricing and stuff like that, and promoting myself. But I'm gonna learn it in this group. I'm sure that I'm gonna learn that. I'm gonna overcome that obstacle in this group. But I was just
Okay.
learning how to make them and just making them. And
See, I would
sometimes I'll put them on jackets some of my own.
Mm-hmm.
see. I would think that would be great. I'm going back to the hats because you don't. How many times do you wash a hat?
You
Right.
don't. Right.
Exactly. So I think it would be perfect for a hat, and it may be perfect for clothes. We're gonna
It
find
is.
out
I've done
once
jackets.
once
I've done
Yolanda
my
does her
jackets.
class. Be
It's so easy. Just like I say, you just make your rhinestone the way you normally make it, press it onto a piece of felt, cut around it, put your heating bind on the back, press it on your
I'm
garment.
gonna have to go to the Hobby Lobbies.
Mhm.
They're
And Hobby
very
Lobby they have felt on sale this week for $6.99 with 30% off until today. Today's the last day.
6 now. Oh, so on a roll.
Yep, the boat. Yep, a yard for $6.99 and it's
So,
30% off. So it's like four
See,
dollars and 79 cents.
See, she gonna have me out here. I don't need.
Spending
I
money.
don't need. I don't need anything else. I don't need anything else.
I got $6.99. How much is it?
Six
It's like
ninety
four
nine and
seventy
thirty
nine,
percent
439,
off.
30% off.
I
Yep.
got I got $5.
Today is the last day, and they had quite a few colors.
I think
What my Hobby
well,
Lobby did.
I'm gonna go get black, I
And they
guess.
also have the sheets for like 29 cents, 39 cents
Sheet
Yeah,
to what?
the
of
craft
felt.
sheet, the craft felt sheets. Like, yeah,
Oh,
Walmart has these
And
for
this
like
is what I
30.
use.
Yeah, Walmart sells these for like 32 cents a piece or something like that.
25 cents at Hobby Lobby.
But I'll tell you what, right now, okay, I think Michael's right now has only got a 25% off coupon. But these are the things that, like I said, when when you're trying to save money, right? You're trying to maximize your
yeah.
dollars. You think about you go to places where you would normally buy your craft supplies, and keep yourself a list of how much they charge, or even just check online, right? And then when they run their sale, that's when you go and you buy. When Michael's offers that 40% off of everything in your cart, that's when you add stuff like, especially if it's not on sale, that's when you go and you add all of those sheets, because I mean, 40% off of 32 cents or 50 cents or whatever is not a lot, but it does add up. It's almost
Yeah.
half off,
Yeah.
right? And so, we got to start thinking more strategically about these crafting supplies when we're buying them, so that if we're buying to resell, that we're maximizing the amount of profit that we can actually get out of
And
our
they're good for
craft.
practicing. They're good for practicing instead of
Yeah,
wasting your good materials. And that's what I use it for.
yeah.
Okay.
And this is a in the hoop bag that I made and put rhinestones on the
Okay.
front. I made the whole bag in the embroidery machine. And
Did she
I've
say
been
she
so
made the bag in the embroidery?
yeah,
Yes,
made the
I've been
whole
so
bag.
scared to try that, because I am
How
not
do
the
you make
best
a
with zippers.
It tells you where to put everything. Everything. I made this in the bag, in the hoop, in the bag, just
Oh,
faux
that's that
leather.
faux leather.
Mm-hmm. And you just and I just put some stones on the front of it. Made me a clutch bag for an evening that I went out.
you made the
Mhm.
okay, am I hearing you say you made the bag?
Yes, ma'am.
In the hoop, yes.
Yes.
In the hoop, they call in the hoop projects.
Yeah. And Parker
Um,
on the porch sells the design, and she give you the whole step by step by step by step. And then they also have YouTube, and that's how I watch the YouTube video. I made several in the hoop bags and give them to my grandkids.
I need her to live. I need to be living next to Yolanda
and,
and
and
see.
and I did it on a single needle machine, not the multi needle machine. On a single needle machine,
Uh,
not the multi
tell me
needle.
again. Okay, Yolanda. I mean, not
Mm-hmm.
Yolanda.
Yellow.
Tanya. I
mhm.
need to know the guy's name with the embroidery machine. Let's
Oh,
talk.
Greg Barker from Exhale Media Designs. He posted that. Now, like I said, I don't know much about the Poulin machine, right?
Me
Poulin is a
neither.
Chinese company,
Oh, it is?
but it's a Chinese company. But from what I have seen of that machine, it reminds me of the Janome, like memory craft machine that I used to have back in the day. And the only reason I like this machine in some way is because it offers one of the larger hoop sizes, because you will find very quickly with embroidery, if the
You
machine
outgrow
that
that
you
five by
get
seven quickly.
only has a 4x4 hoop, you will have outgrown that machine as soon as you bought it, right?
That's
Because
where
as
I
soon as
started.
you see a design that's 5x7 and realize you can't hoop it, you're gonna be mad, right?
Yep.
And we're watching all of these videos and things that people are doing, and a lot of people are doing those things in hoop sizes that are not 9 inches wide, and
Six
like
by
if you
ten
see
and
the
up.
mama, everybody sees the mama. Well, you probably could do mama in an 8x8 because it's only 4 letters, right? But if you wanted to do something longer, grandma or something like that,
Not
you need a
happening.
larger hoop. And
Yeah.
I think that the Poulin ECO6 version has a hoop size that is at least 11 inches wide. If I'm not, I want to say it does. And it's
Yes,
there are not
that's
very many
correct.
small. There are not very many small machines like that come with that large of a hoop size. Hey, Ronetta.
Hello,
And
I'm
she
sorry.
can also check
I've been listening.
on
I'm
Amazon.
Check on
getting ready for
Amazon.
work,
I'm
but
sorry,
I
Ronetta.
have the I have the EOCO6, and that was my starter embroidery machine, and I love it. I have No issues, no complaints with it, other than the fact that when I started doing bigger stuff, even my 11 inches, so that's how I ended up getting a 15 needle, which I'm being very wasteful right now because I've not even put that thing up. So I'm still trying to make my EOC06 work for everything because I've just not had the time yet to get my mirror finished, completely installed.
Oh,
But
you
I
got
love
to
my
buy.
EOC06. Yes. Well, I have to so I entered in with Poolin, but Poolin has a relationship now with Buy. So I
Yeah,
actually have the Poolin X Buy mirror, which is basically the Buy. I mean, it is a
yeah.
Buy product. However, I think like the mirror, I don't have like they have multiple mirrors, but you have to be careful because some of those hoop sizes are a little smaller. So I did go with the Poolin X by that is in line with the actual by mirror itself, same size hoop, like I think up to 20 inches.
14 by
However,
20. Yeah, I think it's a 14 by 20 is the largest hoop size for that machine.
right. And so I ended up getting that one there, and I think maybe the Bix mirror, it is some steel on there, but I think it may have because they'll say it's kind of like home use small commercial, whereas the buy mirror it'll say commercial, but of course not to like the bigger commercials or what have you. So I think some stuff material that they use to make it may be maybe a little less durable or what have you. So but yeah, so I ended up just sticking with pooling, and it gives me savings, and I know that we have to be careful, but they do run what and what with the buy itself. The pricing is the I mean maybe within $25 of each other. But that EOC06 is to start off with. Uh, she's beautiful. I enjoy working with it. It's easier and it's less intimidating. Go and put up all those other things, all those other threading and stuff like that there. So if you can get that for $390, you are getting a heck of a deal because I paid mine $1,200.
No, it wasn't 390, sweetheart. I think
Oh,
he's offering it for 895, but 895 is still
that,
a good
that's
price
that's
because
still a heck of a deal
when it
because
came
like
out, yes,
mhm.
it was over $1,000.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I paid mine um like right at $1,200, but even after, so I got mine 2 years ago. Even after I got mine, I started seeing them the price had gone up to $1,500.
Hmm.
And y'all also be mindful in April. I thought it was just pooling, but in April the
The buy.
one of they went up by $1,000, and then
Yeah,
I
the buy.
saw Racoma had in April their machines went up by $1,000. So I don't know what they're saying for creation or what have you. But that $1,000, that's a big round number for everybody to be jumping up on it, and they're coming from China and Japan.
Yep.
Wow.
But you can. I've seen people on TikTok and stuff buy machines straight from China and way cheaper. I definitely wouldn't buy another Racoma, that's for sure. But I've seen
Okay.
people get machines, multi needle machines straight from China, $3,000, $4,000,
Can
as opposed
shipping
to
the
my
ship
Racoma is
the shipping is going to get you, but again, you're still going to pay far
less
less
than a Racoma.
than what you're paying here in the US. The only problem I think that you have to think about when we're buying from overseas is whether or not you're going to be able to find a US
Support.
support, right? Or you're going to find someone here in the US that can service your commercial machine because again,
Yep.
they do require service.
Hmm.
Um, and maintenance and so forth and so on. And you want to make sure that you're going to be able to find somebody to do it. Now, again, um, all machines are probably made over in China anyway.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
It's just about finding one that, that makes brother, for brother or some of the, the bigger known brand, distributors. You want to get those machines so that when you get
Right.
it over here, like I said, you can have support for those machines.
And
But
Just to
But that,
FYI for those who may be leaning more towards some of the more affordable options, I do think that buy and pooling are really getting invested in the U.S. market, and they're more than likely listening to consumer concerns because their customer support, they're really there. But it's just that you got to be up, midnight, 1 o'clock,
in the
waiting
morning,
for them to to help you. But I
right?
know that right now they announced that they are actually starting trainers in the US. So they're seeking people who want to be certified trainers for their product in different areas
Yeah.
of the United States so that they can help, so that people can take their machine to someone or have a technician come out to them with that buy and pooling brand.
Yeah. Because I just went to the Impressions Expo in Atlantic City, and they had some buy distributors there too that were saying that they offer support in the US now, but it's like $1,000 just to get the support.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
not
that's
cheap.
heavy. Oh,
It's it's not cheap to get into these crafts. That's why again you got to know, and when you're getting a machine, right? Like, you got to understand what it is that you want to use it for, right? Like, I think if you're embroidering, at some point you're definitely going to need to have more than one machine. Bottom line, right? Like I said, if
Yep.
you're going to be doing it for business and selling things, right? Because if the machine is stitching out one thing, you can't stitch out anything else until it finishes, right? So, getting a good starter machine, right? Like Renetta said, getting a good starter machine is good to have because, like I said, especially one like this one, because it does offer the multiple size hoops that are larger than some of the brother or singer or whatever, right? So you're going to be able to make some of the larger projects right off the bat at a smaller entry price, right? And then when you determine whether or not this is something that you really want to do, then save up your money and then, start researching which multi-needle machine that you may want, because the multi-needle, of course, is going to save you time because you won't have to keep stopping and rethreading the machine and so forth. It'll do that on its own. But, but then when you do, right, you use your smaller machine that you have and you do it to do the things like we just talked about, right? Like if you want to make patches and things of that nature, where you don't have to worry about whether or not you got the right hoop size for it. You know that it can because you're working with a smaller project. And let it focus on doing that while you use your bigger or more commercial machine for doing things like hats and, other
Hoodies and
type items
sweatshirts.
that you can't get to easily, with the other machine. And so, but yeah, Amanda, if you're looking, and I mean, I trust Greg because Greg probably, whether he bought it outright or whether he's, received the machine as part of some kind of promotional influencing kind of, whatever, I don't know. But I know that Greg does have a lot of equipment, and in his group, Exhale Media Designs, if anybody else is in his group, knows that he gives away a lot of stuff. And so, he's always giving away something or what have you, but he posted that in his group last week that he was selling of the Poulin EC06, and it's on his website for $895. So
Yep, I'm on Amazon. It's $13.95, and that's with an 18% discount. Two
Or
seventy
if you
nine
so
a
have a
month.
sewing store in your area, go in there and see what type of refurbished machines they have. They
Okay.
sell those too.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
there's one
another.
in
Or
Mhm.
Walmart.
Vegas.
Check Walmart. Check Walmart. Because my first machine, 4x4 machine, came from Walmart.
Okay. This Pullen EOC, whatever these numbers are, took my glasses off. It looks like the hoop size goes up to 11 by 7.9. That sound right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So 11 inches, it's going to be 11 inches in width, and you don't get the full dimensions of what it says because you got to allow for the machine to be able to. So the inside dimensions of what you can probably stitch out are going to be a little bit smaller than that. But
Okay.
even at 10.8 inches or, whatever, that's still a really pretty decent width to make some of these applique designs that you may see. So if you get anything that says, the only problem is, like I said, then you may have is is the height. Your height is going to be the 7.9. Or it could be the other. I don't know. I don't know if in that, Renata, if you're still on, can that hoop do? I know if it's 7.9 by 11, can you? I guess you could stitch the design if you wanted something that was
Yeah.
longer. Like
Yeah,
if
you
you
Yes,
want to
can.
do a
you can.
pants leg of some sort, right? You
You
could
just
have
have
it
to
go
turn
Yes,
it.
this
you
way.
can change the position of your design so that it does go in the vertical like way. Um, Whenever you're setting up your thing in your hoop, I mean in your machine.
Okay, so the orientation can either be portrait or landscape,
Right.
depending on the design. Okay, and does it come with any kind of like digitizing software attached to it, or do you have to, have your designs,
So
digitized in whatever format they use?
it comes with ink. They use ink stitch, but that you
Ink
use with
stitch. Ink
Inkscape.
stitch.
Yeah, ink stitch with Inkscape. And that's even for their larger brands. That's the option. They do give you some YouTube trainings on making those two pieces work together. I've tried them. It's been difficult for me, so I ended up getting Hatch 3, which I'm definitely still learning, but I can I'm doing okay with lettering and words in Hatch 3. So, but I have a long way to go on digitizing.
Yeah. Okay. See how good these little sessions are. I know a lot of people are probably like, I ain't got to get up for no coffee. I ain't got time to be talking to nobody. But we be dropping some information up in here about, like I said, all the different things that, like I said, how we can, grow our craft. And so thank you so much for coming on this morning and sharing that with us, because like I said, little did we know that we would go this route, and how this information was helpful, to Amanda for, next thing she knows, she'd be calling me at 6:30 in the morning, talking about, Tanya, I ain't got this machine. I need some help.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
Hey, I got one more.
What's
And
that?
this is an easy one. I have this thing about fonts.
We need a whole nother call to talk
Girl, I'm
about.
telling you.
How can
Yeah.
we do it? Or well, okay,
Next time.
okay. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you,
Mm-hmm.
this is one of the reasons that you will see if you watch a lot of designers or whatever, they use a lot of the same similar fonts
Yes.
over and over and over and over again when they find
I
the
have
ones
a
that work.
slight obsession with them, though. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you. See, Yolanda is by okay.
Yeah. I have an obsession with fonts.
Yep.
yeah, yeah. It's
Yolanda, whenever putting the rhinestones on the glitter HTV, are they? I mean, you're heat pressing those onto
Yes.
your glitter, and they're not damaging your glitter.
Nope. I
Okay,
glitter. I
perfect.
press it to the press the glitter to the felt, like maybe 5 or 10 seconds, and then I press the rhinestones to the on top of the glitter, maybe 12 seconds.
Okay.
Cut that felt, put that heating bond on the back, and press it to whatever.
You can put rhinestones on glitter. You don't have to
yes,
cut the hole. Ow!
yes.
It's
You can
I
put
gotta
beautiful.
give
rhinestones on
Tanya,
glitter.
I gotta give Tanya some credit, y'all. We did this in
hmm
her class. Remember these?
It's a ladybug.
Yes.
I have a
Blink,
question.
blink anything. So yes, this
Yep,
is
you can use the
glitter.
bling. Yep.
Yep. So
What's
you
bling
That's
can.
how I did
anything? Is
my
Now
that a
car
that
decal.
actually is not bling anything material. That is the
The
HTV
HTV,
anything
yes.
material. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
when you put
that's more for hard surfaces. Like I don't think
Mm-hmm.
that you can actually put that on clothing per
No,
se.
No.
no.
But you can glitter on top of vinyl.
Yep.
And that stuff is amazing. And yeah, I love my little decals. They're so
Yeah.
Yep.
cute.
so just for clarification, Tanya, when you do
Huh?
glitter, just for clarification, when you do glitter with the rhinestones, is you can't wash that, right?
Sure
You
you can.
can't put you can't
Mhm.
put rhinestones on top of glitter and wash it.
Why not? You can wash
Okay,
glitter
so
HTV when you put it on a shirt, and you can wash your rhinestones. So yeah, you can still wash it.
okay, I didn't think it would stick. I didn't think that the rhinestones would stick. So I'm definitely gonna have to try that.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Learn something new every day. I learn so much talking to y'all in the mornings.
Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
but I think I really want to take Miss Yolanda's idea today. I don't know if I'm gonna get to it today because I have got to get my taxes done.
I did
I've got
mine
to get my
yesterday.
taxes done. And but I really want to, create just some little simple, like little design for patches with felt and just the
Do it.
rhinestone.
Yep.
Because like I said, that is such an easy. That's so easy.
Yeah, or use your HTV glitter and cut the circles and press it on the felt. To practice. So scrap HTV glitter like I
Mm-hmm.
did and
Mhm.
where is it? I just had it. This one.
The,
This one is just HTV glitter.
the faux spangles.
I like that.
I do too.
And it is just pressed on the felt. Nothing under there. Just this is just the felt.
But you
Wow.
took your glitter and you just did the in the cut the holes out of that. So faux rhinestones, fox
Right.
rhinestones.
Right.
Okay.
Put it on the felt. 25-cent piece of felt.
Wow.
Mm. Now, are
So
you using
Tanya,
you go ahead, Lasanda.
the poll looks like we got the pre-recorded for the hibiscus.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So yes, we are going to do the hibiscus design. I'm going to probably do it live. I know the votes are coming in pre-recorded and watch at your own
Yep.
leisure, but that's okay because after I do it live, it'll
gonna
be
be
pre-recorded
recorded.
and you can
For it
watch it at your
anyway.
leisure. Exactly. But I'm probably going to do it live. I didn't like the way the last live on YouTube went only because um, people couldn't see portions of my screen when I had my silhouette up. So it might be something that I do Zoom um, and see if I can bring Zoom into live because I'm trying to do two things at one time. I'm trying to create watch hours on my YouTube channel, and ChatGPT suggested that one way to do that was to do the live via YouTube because chances are if people are with you live, they'll stay on. Right. So your watch hours will grow.
Yeah.
Whereas when people do the pre-recorded or they watch it at their leisure, they may stay on for 15 minutes and then,
Come back.
exactly. So I'm just gonna I am gonna do that. I probably will do it since I don't have any coffee hour or wind down or anything going on next week. I probably will do it one day next week.
Okay.
But it didn't take long. It was very easy. The finished design you see was sixes only because it looked so much better. In sixes and such. And, that's one of those designs that I want to take and, I think it will size down pretty good so that you could
It could be a
create,
patch.
these designs with a pattern so that you can do like a really big hibiscus and then a little small one and kind of, put them in different areas and, maybe create something going down the pants leg of a jogging suit or, shorts or whatever and such. And so that's, I thought that was, and then do them in different colors and really look really, summery and such. And so that was the idea and the reason why I picked that particular flower. So yeah, so that's coming. We're going to do
Okay.
that. And, but I don't know for anybody who's on today. Like I said, y'all, I am. I mean, I think I'm going to try that. So if anybody else wants to do it, make them a patch, right? Like you don't need. We learned you don't have to have rhinestones. You can do it with glitter. And some felt, and we can all pick up some felt. Like I said, Walmart, Hobby Lobby, whatever. Yolanda told us it's on sale right
Mhm.
now. Pick you some up and just come back and just, like I said, just show us what you made, right? Like come back and then, and that way people can see that, hey,
It's possible.
it's possible. And they talked about that in the class and I missed it. Oh, I better get on the next one.
Right. Right.
Now you got a heads up because you already got one done. So you can just come back and show us. And
Yeah,
that'll
I'm
give
going
you
to
an
post them in the
opportunity
group
to
today.
show your
Yeah, I'm
work.
going to post them in the group today. I just kept the bag
Yes.
out and I'll post them in the group today.
Yeah, just say, hey, this is what we talked about. I shared this information with the ladies in the group. This is what I did. And then I'll come back and I'll support that. Like I'll go ahead and create something and bring it in and such. And I think that again, that's how we build this community of sharing and growing and teaching. It's not just me by myself. I can't do it all by myself.
Right.
I need
Right.
help. And I'm asking for, those who are willing to be able to do it, to help me help everybody else,
Really,
and we all
I'm
grow
here to
and we all
serve.
grow that way. We grow. Yeah.
Yeah. And my suggestion would be start out with some glitter, HTV glitter, or some holographic HTV instead of wasting your stones until
Right.
you get it where you
Right.
want to get it.
Yep.
That's cheaper than wasting them stones.
It sure is. And I got plenty. I got plenty of every year I do this every year. Like because at the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas or whatever, all of these craft places put all their stuff on sale, So I think it's iCraft. Is it iCraft Vinyl?
iCraft Vinyl. Yep.
Right. Every year at Christmas time, they sell their stuff dirt cheap. And so, I went out and I bought all last year and the year before that. I bought all this HTV
And
glitter
metallic is awesome.
and haven't done anything with any of it. But Yolanda just gave me an idea of something that I could do, with that glitter that I could then put in my Etsy shop or what have you. It's like I said, again, make patches.
Yep.
Make rhinestone patches out of
I'm
them.
telling
If anybody see Angela Jasmina that does the embroidery,
yeah.
and she does the bling on the back with her embroidery, that's not rhinestones. That's spangle. No, that's not rhinestone. That's spangle.
Wow.
She was at the Impressions Expo, and I finally got to meet her in person. She's excellent. But those are just that's what holographic spangles, holographic vinyl, and those splatters on the back of her rhinestone. That's all it is.
Wow.
So I would definitely use my scrap vinyl instead of wasting my stone. That's what I use for practice before I put my stones on it.
Cool beans.
And see, I love crafting. I just don't promote myself.
Well, I'm glad you decided
it's
to come
not
up
for
in here and
everybody.
share it with us.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
Yeah, and I don't mind sharing what I know. I don't, and that gets me in trouble sometimes. But I'm a giver. I've just always been like that.
And you're gonna be blessed for it.
God is awesome.
Everybody is not social media savvy,
Right. And I'm on social media. I
am too, but some
I don't
people
like
don't
posting
want to share.
and when you post your stuff on there, it just sits there. Like it ain't. They'll see it. People see it, but they won't even like it. So that's discouraging to me. So.
But you know what, Yolanda? I used to think like that too, right? But like, I done put this out there and it ain't getting no likes or nothing. But that does not mean that they're not watching.
Yeah, they're definitely watching.
They're watching.
And
I have a business page on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, and I post some very rarely. I post on there, but I will sometime.
And you just never know.
Watching. They still
when somebody is going to reach out and contact you because they saw something that you put out there.
Yeah.
So hey, Miss Kylie, I still see you back there. You still hanging out with us? I know it's late. It's almost 1:00 in the morning over there.
Yeah, 12:30. It's just hit 12:30. Right, very inspiring. So it's all very inspiring, and it's made me want to go and learn and create. So it's been great.
You can even do those the HTV glitter circles and put them on shirts for samples.
Well, I know one of the things that Ray mentioned, the other thing that you can use other than felt, like felt is cheap, right? So felt is definitely your cheaper route to go. But the other thing, and that Ray Jones mentioned in a training that we were doing with him was also using flock, the HTV flock.
Yeah.
not the same flock that we use to create our rhinestone templates,
Right.
but
This is flock.
heat transfer flock. Yes.
Yes.
And putting your rhinestones on top of the flock
Yep.
to make them pop even more. And if you did it that way, you don't even have to worry about doing your heat and bond, because the flock is an HTV like vinyl material that has its
Yes.
own adhesive on the back of it. So that might be something that you could also do. And then you don't have to worry about, like I said, the extra added material to make it stick.
Right.
And flock comes in all different types of colors. It's very rich looking, which is good, especially, like the blacks. Kind of got to be careful a little bit of the white, because white flock tends to pick up a lot of fibers and
a lot of lint.
And lint, yes. But if you're using the darker colors like dark blues and the reds, the yellow, the things like that, that might be the route to go as well if you're wanting to make patches. And so that's another option.
Is that the same as strip flock?
Yes.
I'm trying to find it.
Can I show y'all something?
And
this is the outside of that is flock.
The black.
Very nice.
Yes.
Or the black or the gray?
The black. The gray is a t-shirt.
Okay.
I was so proud of this, y'all, because this is puff.
That's
That
nice.
is
Now I
beautiful.
haven't mastered. I can't get that puff down pack yet.
I was so impressed by this. I had to frame it. This is a t-shirt. Okay. This is glitter. That's Caesar electric HTV glitter, Caesar flock, and the Caesar Pro HTV flock. So,
and now you all gonna do is go back and put some rhinestones over the top of it or whatever, and it have all of the different meaning. I mean, look at everything combined. Yeah.
It's a t-shirt frame. And I'm so proud of myself.
Very nice. Yep. That's nice.
So now, y'all, I have don't talk about me. So now I know what to do with all of this.
Yep. Use it.
Beautiful.
Bought this. It came like this. I think from Atlanta Vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you get a sample of all of their glitter, and it was on sale.
Mm-hmm.
It was like half price at the moment. So yeah, I can now pull this out and play. Any color.
Let me share with you.
Pick a color.
Do not, if you decide to go down this embroidery road, right? If you're using your glitter vinyl to make whatever, like the scraps, don't get rid of the, like when you cut it, right? Save, like don't do like we do with vinyl and rip all of the glitter off so that it pulls off the transfer sheet or whatever. Cut around what it is that you're going to actually weed, right? And save that excess, because sometimes those pieces are good excess pieces to do applique with for embroidery. So we gonna be using, like I said, I'm all about scraps are, they're useful because you can use them for other things.
This was scraps. This was scraps.
Yeah. Okay. Waste not, want not.
Yeah, exactly. But you like me, Amanda. I mean, I hold on a second.
LaShonda, I'm going to finish my other license plate today. You over there doing shoes.
I'm done with shoes, y'all. I'm finished.
You finished? Let me show y'all the shoe. My brother passed away, and I made a pair of shoes in his honor. I'm going to show you. Hold on.
I love me some flatbacks.
I mean, he go to the thing. I hadn't even opened it yet.
Ain't opened it yet.
What year did you get that?
I bought this in Christmas this year. Matter of fact, I'm gonna open it right now with you ladies online so y'all can see what I got. But I got this from iCraft Vinyl. And okay, so I got some kind of cherry looking glitter. Oh, this has got two different colors. It's got like green and blue. Oh, this one. Okay, this one is like a teal kind of color.
Oh, pretty. I like that purple.
And a gold.
That teal and purple is pretty.
Yeah. This looks like.
Good night, Kylie.
All purple.
Pretty.
Purple. This is pretty. Oh, it's actually two different color purples. It's like a darker purple and then a lighter purple. This is white and like some kind of pink.
I'm a pink girl.
And oh, this is a green. I love this navy blue and like an orange.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, that blue is pretty.
So and this is this year. Last year I got some different colors.
Yeah,
so
I
got a plenty of stuff that I need to be doing over here. Oh, ocean
Let
blue
me see
was
them
out of stock.
shoes.
Well, huh?
I was telling Yolanda, let me see them shoes.
Nice.
So it was supposed to be dark pink, plum, jade, lavender, copper, lime green, navy blue, neon orange, rose gold, white, green, royal blue, purple, and magenta. Those were the colors that I bought this year.
Okay.
Yeah, I made these for my brother when he passed away.
Nice.
Oh man. The goat. It's gorgeous.
One of these days I might get into that.
It's a lot of time. And people don't understand. They want them. People see my shoes. Oh, how much that cost? You don't even want to know.
I won't do them for nobody because they don't want to pay for that.
They don't want to pay you.
So I don't do them for people.
So I do my own now. I used to do it.
Sell them the kit. There you go.
They don't want to do it themselves, but they don't want to pay you to do it either.
But they don't want to pay you. I'm like, if you pay for your shoes, you're going to pay me more for how much your shoes cost. Okay. So I just do my own. I do my own. So.
Oh well, y'all. Speaking of fits, right, Miss Stephanie was on with us Thursday night, and she dropped a nugget of information about how a young lady on Instagram is taking that craft artwork that you can get from Hobby Lobby and so forth and so on or whatever, and then she's bringing it out.
Diamond painting.
Yeah.
That's what I do. That's diamond painting is another craft of mine. That I started doing diamond paintings when I was in chemo, and that's what got me through chemo.
Really?
And now I'm addicted.
Now I don't diamond paint, but I do canvases.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Nice. Bling out her lashes, her earrings,
and the earring. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's what that young lady is doing, and I think Miss Stephanie told us that I don't.
LaShonda, hold it up again. Sorry, you keep talking, Tanya. I just want to. I'm studying.
I think she's
studying.
Yeah.
So all I did was bring out the eyelash. I didn't. Girl, I got tired. This is HTV, and then that's the flat.
So
back.
her hair is diamonds. It's bling.
Yes, it's flat back.
So it's the
you put
the background painted
vinyl.
I put HTV. No, this is HTV iron onto a canvas.
Yep. I do that as well.
Okay, yeah. What you do the black background?
Black canvas.
It's on canvas.
A black canvas?
Yes.
Michael sells black canvas.
Michael sells black canvas.
I've only seen white.
Yeah, they got the black ones. So, yep. So I taught this in the class one time. I was teaching classes for a while, but I let Tanya handle it.
I'm sitting here with my mouth open. Okay, let me close.
Well, that's gonna be another one of our creator network things. We got Yolanda. Look, we already got 2 classes going. We got Yolanda. Well, actually 3, because Yolanda can come on and do some embroidery. You can come on and do these patches. You can come on and do that craft, the canvas. And Miss Rhinestone, if you still on, like I said, this is what we're gonna be doing. This is what we're gonna be doing, ladies. We like I said, we can't do everything, right? We got to figure out, what our niches, and and such, and what will sell in our area, and such. But having these ideas of things that you can do, right? Like this is where it all starts. Like. Yeah. Is this something that I can do and then, make money doing it? If not, then, maybe it'll be the next thing, or what have you. But figuring out, like I said, what's out there. That's the key. And there's so much out here that we haven't even scratched the surface.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. As I say, I dibble and dabble in some of everything, always in a learning posture, learning something new, learning something new. Whether I
Yolanda,
master it or not, I
your
learn it.
glasses would be a perfect candidate for them flatbacks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why was I
I've
just
done that
thinking the
too.
same exact thing?
I've put stones on my glasses before, on other glasses. Yep. Have done that too.
I'm looking at, I
And
love
here,
her glasses, and I'm like,
Thank
oh,
you.
I can do some rhinestones on her glasses.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and another with those rhinestone glasses, because we rode motorcycles before my husband's stroke, and I would always look for the goggles and whatnot with the rhinestones on it, and I only found them
Mhm.
one time, but I never took the
Mhm.
time to learn how to do rhinestones so that I could put it on there myself. And there
Yep.
were a lot of ladies I ran into when I had mine. Oh, where'd you get that? Where'd you get that? I'm like,
Yep. I'm looking at her glasses like, oh, does she not know
yeah.
she can bling those up?
Mm-hmm. I've done some before.
One thing I can tell you, if anybody wanted to get off into that, and I don't know if we're going to ride again, I have no idea. But if I do, women who ride love bling.
Mhm.
Because those who ride on the back, I rode my own because I was that person. You want that bling on the back of your jacket. You want that
Mhm.
bling on the back of your vest. You want that bling. You just want bling.
Yep.
You
I
want to
think Miss
shine.
Tanya, I think we should have a bling party, a Zoom bling party or something.
Yes.
Yes,
I'll
I'm all
sign up.
for it.
I'm
I'm
Mhm.
all
signing up for
for it. Like,
everything.
And then we all
how do
bling
y'all want
something.
to? I mean, we all bling the same thing, or we all bling some. I mean, what are we doing?
It
Do your
doesn't
own
matter.
thing.
How about
Yes.
we let it circulate? This time we'll bling this, and next time we'll bling and that way everybody gets to dibble and dabble and everything and
A
learn.
Something they
virtual
probably
bling
never
party.
done
Yeah.
before. Mhm.
And if you want to start it with the patches, that's an easy way for for those that we can even do it that way with the patches with the HTV glitter or rhinestones.
Mhm.
Now I'm
Okay.
gonna have to tell y'all when not to do it. See, so I can
Okay.
Just don't
be a
catch
little
me on Sunday
selfish
morning because I'm in church.
on that part.
I'm
No, we won't do
definitely
Sunday
ready to learn
mornings
from
because I know.
everybody.
What she say?
Which,
I said, I am definitely ready to learn from all of you.
wonderful. Well, I think we could do, like I said, coffee hour doesn't always have to be about us just chit chatting or whatever. We could turn coffee hour or wind down hour into whatever we want. If we want to turn it into a little crafting session or whatever, it's
Oh,
just our time to get together, right? To just
Mhm.
fellowship and network and do whatever. And so, like I said, put those suggestions out there, right?
Mhm.
Put it out there and let's just see what the community would be willing to do. And, like I said, whether it's one person that gets on and does it or whether we get a bunch of people that get on and do it, as long as we're doing it together and we're growing and we're having fun, I think that that's what's most important. Because like I said, we just don't know. Everybody is going through everything. Like I had to put my life be lifing on shirt today because, it's just
It
been
do
one
be
of those
life.
kind of weeks,
Yes,
and
it's been a rough week.
and we just don't know what people need, and this might be the thing that, actually might be the difference between giving up for somebody, right? Because, they're just in a place where they just don't know where to go, what to do, uh, and just need that. So,
That's
I'm,
what
I'm,
Thursday night was for me. Thursday nights wind down. Y'all saved me on Thursday night. It saved me. Yeah. I was having a rough day, and I got the notification about the Zoom, and I jumped on hesitantly, and it changed the whole atmosphere for me. So I'm grateful for that.
That's
that's
good.
wonderful. That's
glad
wonderful.
you
I'm like,
were here with
Yeah.
us.
yep.
Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes.
Like
Okay,
you
so
never know what people are going through. That's why I said y'all gotta be kind to folks because
Yes.
even though people are smiling,
Yeah.
you don't know what they're going through.
mhm.
Oh, I can hide a lot of stuff behind a smile.
You better know it. You
We
better
all
know
can.
it.
So
Dress it up real pretty.
yeah.
It's call me a chameleon because I can do it. I'm a chameleon. Poker face. There we go.
Poker
Mhm.
face. Oh, maybe that's what we should do.
Play poker.
No.
Oh, I was
I
saying I
was
don't know how to do
thinking
that
thinking
either.
like like what kind of design could we make, right? Like, and when you just said it, right? Like we could do poker face, because I do believe that, like I said, that resonates for everybody. Like
Everybody.
we all have our poker face that we put on, right?
That's
And
why I put
so,
on
you
my
know,
shirt today. You are enough. I have to remind
Yeah.
myself that you
I
are
like
enough.
that.
So
I do too.
Or life be life. And
yes,
I
I got that one too.
that's what I got today.
oh,
I
that
got
is
that one
pretty.
too.
That is.
That's pretty.
Did
Yeah, I
you
Did
do
you
like
do
that
that
that.
on your
shirt for the first
machine,
time you did
Tanya?
it? Uh-oh.
Huh?
I said,
Go
did
ahead,
you do that
LaShawn.
on your machine, or you did
No,
that
that's
one by
you know,
one?
I did the this my life be life in rhinestone
I
template that I
have
made.
that one, but did
Oh
you do
Yeah.
that
no,
on your
I need to
machine
get that one.
On the
I need to
cams.
get that.
on the
Oh
cam?
no,
Yeah.
I didn't do
Oh,
this on the cams.
okay.
Is
Are
that
those
on your
fixes or
website, Miss Tanya?
pins?
It's in my Etsy.
Oh, okay. Oh, what's your Etsy? All things
So
dazzle.
see, no, see.
That's
I did
nice.
this, and I did this inspired by Miss Lashonda over there that turned me on to neon rhinestones.
Yes.
Like I said, even
Okay,
though
I
I
like the
said
neat.
I
All
had
right.
never done neon rhinestones before, but she did
You saw her template. Let me get it.
she took some sneakers and she blinged out this template to match her sneakers. Oh my God. Absolutely
What is your
gorgeous.
Etsy, Miss Tanya?
Oh, so my Etsy is all things dazzle LLC .etsy.com.
Okay, I think I saw that. I'm
The
gonna get
life be
that.
lifing, but God is good.
Yeah. I made a template that said, what did it say? Life is hard, but so is God. Something like that. And I did one
Mm,
for chemo. Chemo was hard, but so is God. So is God. Something like that. I did.
love that.
This is
Oh,
Tanya's
yep.
template.
In my own lane. In my own
Yeah.
lane.
Cute.
But that's not the one that you did. It wasn't. Was it with the sneakers? Is that the one
Yeah,
that
my
matched the
sneakers the same
sneakers?
colors as
Okay.
this. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yep,
Nice.
same exact colors. So, yeah, I've been riding with Tanya for a long time. Come on, y'all.
But if y'all haven't tried some neon rhinestones, man,
Who?
neon
Oh, neon. I'm open. You know, I'm out.
neon colors, yeah, they really do. Like I said, they just changed the look of the design, right? Like so.
Yep.
And
I
they come
make
in.
shirts according to my shoes. So I do from the shoes up. That's me. So
What color was them It wasn't that. I don't think it was that one though. I don't think it was in my own lane. Because you had like a
I do everything, Tanya. You know that.
you do. You do.
But that's the only shoes I really got really, really colorful was those. And I
Was
did
those
your
okay?
it's me season. I did that one quarter pair to shoes too that I have. So
Okay. All right. Well, like I said. So anyway, yeah, this again, see, it's 10:30. We 2 hours. We passed 2 hours again. We passed
It's
2 hours.
9:48.
But for you, it's
for
9:48.
you, but me it's 10.
It's
Okay.
10:48. But like I
Information.
said, I thought I was gonna get somebody's orders out today, but I guess not. So
Go do your
because I'm gonna
taxes,
miss the
baby.
post office.
I'm
Go do
I'm
going
your
gonna
back to
miss.
taxes.
bed.
But this has been absolutely, like I said, this is wonderful, and I love this. Like I said, I'm
Candy.
so,
Me too.
like I said, I got to get my taxes done, but I'm over here thinking about this poker face. I'm over here thinking about poker face,
Taxes first.
and
Get
I'm
it
thinking
done.
like I think I'm gonna have to make a rhinestone template out of this and create me a little patch or something, or do something.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to the Hobby Lobbies.
Yeah, me too.
But thank God,
I'm going to the Hobby Lobbies today too.
but thank God I got Hobby Lobby already here in my house. I don't need to go no Hobby
No,
Lobby.
Tanya,
I'm
if
about
you
to
live
make
next
my
door,
Hey
I will
Girl
come a
shirt
knocking.
just because Yolanda's shirt looks so beautiful. I'm about to make mine. Okay. I have so many things cut out. It just
Me
found the
too.
time to do it.
Me
But
too.
now,
Me
Yolanda,
too.
you inspire me. I'm going to go ahead and cut it out.
So that's
Cut it
one of
out,
the things
girl.
we could do. We could brush rhinestones one meeting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean
If you have
it could
things
be
to
the
cut out,
time.
already cut out.
You know what? We could actually make this too a time where, like I said, we hold each other accountable for a project that we might be working on that we just keep putting to the wayside, right? Be like, you
And
know what?
open them boxes up, Rosaline.
Exactly. pull out the cricket. Pull out the cricket. Somebody gonna help you figure out how to get your cricket going or whatever, you know, because we can break this up into little groups. And I think I can do some breakouts or whatever in these meetings or whatever. And it'd be like, oh, you want to learn how to get your cricket going today? Okay, you and I gonna go ahead and go do cricket. Everybody else that's on the call can go and do something else, but maybe use the hour or whatever time we spend to focus on doing the thing that we might have been putting off, right? Because now we say, all right, I know Saturday morning at 8:30, I'm going to take that hour, I'm going to take that whatever time, and I'm going to at least focus
and get
on
it done.
this thing.
Like I finished my shoes today.
Exactly. So, we hold each other accountable, you know. I'm happy to do that. You know, like I said, it doesn't have to be the same thing every time. That's the hope. Yep. So, thank you. Well, all right.
Okay.
Don't forget to start recording, Tanya.
I know, right? I can't start recording because ain't nobody gonna ain't nobody gonna listen to all of this anyway.
You know, if when you turn off the recording when stuff got good,